Let's do some accounting that most workers never consider: the real cost of overtime when you factor in health damage, reduced lifespan, and quality of life degradation. Overtime pay seems attractive on the surface. Time and a half means you're making 50% more per hour. Double time means you're making twice your normal rate. Simple math says work more hours, make more money. But that calculation is catastrophically incomplete. Here's comprehensive cost accounting. Start with that overtime rate. Yes, you're making 1.5x or 2x your base pay. Now subtract increased health insurance costs from chronic conditions that develop from overwork. Subtract lost income during recovery from accidents that are more likely during overtime hours. Subtract reduced earning years due to premature disability or death. Subtract reduced pension and retirement savings from dying earlier than you would have with sustainable work hours. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you make $20 per hour base pay, $30 per hour for overtime. You work 20 hours of overtime per week, making an extra $600 weekly, or about $30,000 annually. Sounds great, right? Now factor in that excessive overtime increases your risk of cardiovascular disease by 30 to 40%. A heart attack at 55 instead of 65 costs you 10 years of earning potential. If you make $50,000 annually by that point in your career, that's $500,000 in lost earnings, not counting medical costs or reduced quality of life. The math gets worse when you consider opportunity costs. Those overtime hours could be spent on education that increases your base earning potential. They could be spent on health maintenance, exercise, proper sleep, stress reduction that extends your healthy earning years. They could be spent building relationships that provide emotional support and potentially economic opportunities. Personalized calculators can help you make these assessments. Input your actual overtime hours, your documented health impacts, your age, and life expectancy projections. The results are often sobering. Many workers who limited overtime and invested in health and education earn more lifetime income than those who maximized short-term overtime but burned out or became disabled. When is overtime actually beneficial? Short-term, for specific goals, with manageable hours. Working extra for 3 months to build an emergency fund can be a smart decision. Working 60-hour weeks indefinitely will destroy your health and probably cost you money in the long run. Here's something powerful that emerges from research: interviews with older workers. Many who worked excessive overtime for years express deep regret. They made money in the short term but lost their health, their relationships, and ultimately often their financial security when medical problems forced early retirement. Conversely, workers who declined overtime and built sustainable careers often report better health, greater lifetime earnings, and significantly higher life satisfaction. The warning here is clear: that overtime paycheck is probably costing you more than you're making. The positive action is to calculate your actual hourly rate, including all costs, and make informed decisions about whether overtime is truly worth it.